What's up, guys, and good morning. We are getting an early jump on things today. Tony, the drywall guy, has shown up this morning. He is already knocking out these sections that we have underneath our new windows, making quick work of this. He's got that one set up. He's doing the one in the bedroom right here. I'm very excited because once he gets this done, we get some paint on these walls. It'll be like the windows never happened. I mean, I still have to do casing around the windows, but we're making some progress on the inside. Things are like really starting to heat up around here. We've got a bunch of stuff happening. We've got Tony helping us out with the drywall. Jimmy's helping us out with the tile. My cousin's gonna be doing all of the railings. So most of this stuff is to really help us so that we can like be working on all this exterior stuff so that, you know, we're prepared for winter when winter shows up. Speaking of winter, we got all of our exterior foam for the addition showed up today. All those big bales right there. So there's like 70 4x8 sheets of 2.5-inch poly-iso foam. That's gonna be getting mounted on the outside of the house. I used rock wool panels on the exterior of the original house. You can see it's this stuff right here, rock wool. I did come to find that bugs and rodents ended up finding their way into that rock wool and making little nests. So we're reusing the stuff that we have because it was very expensive and it's already installed, but in the future, I probably wouldn't use rock wool on the exterior because there was little like tunnels built into the rock wool with little like nests where like a mouse would crawl up in there and basically sit inside there behind the siding in the winter. So he's like nice and warm and protected. Never like tried to burrow or tunnel into the house or anything like that, which is really nice, but needless to say, they were up inside there. So not gonna do that anymore. But yeah. We got all that foam delivered today, so Brandon and Grayson are gonna continue with the exterior insulation. I'm gonna be down here excavating this pond and these other problems that I've created and hopefully getting all of that taken care of. But first, before we get started, let's go take a look at Jimmy's tile work because he is almost done with the bathrooms. Get a peek at Jimmy's handiwork here.
There you go.
Dang, dude. Looks way better in person. The photos made the wall tile look like really dark.
So it was, because there was still moisture
oh, okay.
in the stone. So like, I think it's just even gonna get a little bit lighter, ideally. As far as the darkness goes, like, I definitely had clients like freak out. Day 2.
Yeah.
They're like, this isn't the tile I ordered. I'm like, just give it.
Yeah.
Give it a week and then revisit.
Cool.
And it's always cool.
Yeah, Jimmy basically opened up our boxes of tile that was gonna go on the walls here in the shower, and he was like, hey, I just wanna let you guys know before I start. He's like, the gauge on these tiles is off by a little bit. So like the thickness of the tiles was not completely uniform. They varied a bit.
Like
so,
a 1/16 of an inch a bit.
Yeah, so, you know, the wall's gonna feel like Braille, basically. Like, it's not just gonna be like this perfectly smooth, you know, surface, but it almost gives it more of like a rustic, like handmade feel, even though they are like perfect little rectangular bricks. I think it adds a little bit of character, like some texture, makes it look really nice. So I am really, really stoked with how the tub came out. And while I was gone, Jimmy was here and he was working on this, and he said, you know what? He said, whoever set this tub did an amazing job.
Amazing job.
And I was literally like, are you being
level.
sarcastic right now? Because most people will, you know, say something like that when the tub is set horribly. They'll say like, whoever set this tub did a great job, like being sarcastic. And he was like, no. He's like, this thing is super level and it is set really well.
Yeah, you gave me back like 3 hours of my life.
Nice.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Are you an elf today? Yeah. Ooh.
we are just loving life this morning. Billy has already gone through 2 different outfits, and the only other clean outfit up here is an old elf costume of Leo's that I don't even know if Leo ever got to wear. It is not anywhere close to Christmas, but we are elfing out this morning, and it's better out than in, right? We want those poops out. So Billy's happy. He's having a grand old time. And there's so much happening this morning. It feels so crisp and like rejuvenating, like that weather that makes you want to do something productive. Tons of cars, tons of people. Are you out?
Yes.
It was so good to see you. Thank you. Appreciate it. We'll see you soon.
Oh yeah, I'll be here back Friday.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Tony.
You're welcome.
Tony taped and mudded, did a little skim coat under the windows that we replaced. He's gonna come back on Friday to sand and finish and then maybe paint them as well. He's only halfway done and it already looks like a place where we would be happy stopping at if we were doing this ourselves and just calling it good and painting it. He's gonna make it look so perfect. Yeah, and you're being so good. Oh, good boy. How much insulation do you think this is going to cover on the addition?
It should be all of it. I think we got like a couple of sheets extra. We're not exactly sure. I don't know. We're estimating. I think with stuff like this, you're usually supposed to like oversize by 20% or something crazy like that. We didn't do that. We oversized by 5%. So we got 65 sheets. I think we needed like 60 sheets or 61 sheets or something. So hopefully this is gonna do it. Also, this is a little bit different type of foam. This is like a polyiso foam that's like fiberglass backed, and it's actually used for roof insulation. It's used to go like on top of the roof. They like screw it down and then they put roofing on top of it, and it provides an extra layer of insulation on the roof.
Okay.
But Scott at Roofer Supply, he's like, I can hook you up like really cheap on this stuff. He's like, if you wanna get the stuff that's like meant for siding, it's a lot more expensive because his company doesn't sell it. He has to get it from someone and then sell it to us, so it's more expensive.
Okay.
So we're taking a shot in the dark with the roof insulation on the walls. We already hit our required R value for the walls, so the exterior insulation is just extra credit. So throwing this on, even though it's for the roof, isn't gonna matter. It's gonna provide some really good R value for the outside of the building. And once it's installed, we'll be ready to do siding.
Fall is definitely in the air, and there is nothing I like more when it's cool and crisp out than some freshly baked sourdough bread. Now, we used to be so into sourdough. We used to maintain our starter all the time, but life has just gotten so busy that it's so hard for me to remember to take out my starter and make a loaf the night before and prep it for the next day. But that's why I love Wild Grain. Wild Grain gives you amazing sourdough bread with all the benefits and none of the hassle. And today's video is sponsored by Wild Grain. Wild Grain is the first ever bake from frozen subscription box for sourdough bread, fresh pastas, and artisanal pastries. From freezer to table in just 25 minutes, every item bakes in 25 minutes or less, so you can enjoy homemade quality whenever you'd like. They're constantly adding new, seasonal, and limited time special items to try when you build your next box.
Our favorite is the orange cranberry biscuits, and honestly, getting these shipments makes our life so easy to be able to throw delicious pastries in the oven and have them ready in minutes.
If you want to check out Wild Grain, now is the perfect time. If you click our link in the description below, you'll actually get $30 off your first box and free croissants for life. Thanks again to Wild Grain for sponsoring today's video. We're going to enjoy these treats and get back to work.
All right, so now that it hasn't rained for a couple days and things have actually dried out, I can start working in this mess that I made over here. For those of you guys that didn't understand what was going on, I'm literally trying to grade all of the dirt away from the house so that when snow and rain and everything sheds off of the house, it trails away from the house instead of pooling and going back up against the house, because that will eventually cause water to end up inside the house. So I've got all of this dirt here sloped away from the house. Up there could do a little bit better. Down here I need to remove a little bit of dirt still, but over here it gets really complicated. This section of dirt needs to slope down and away from the garage. So that needs to have a little bit of work done. I'm gonna do that a little bit later. Over here, I created a huge problem because when we were building the deck, I ended up pulling a bunch of mud and stuff that was all stuck right here back, and that created a giant pool right here. So all the rain that came off of the addition and all of the rain that came this way ended up in a giant muddy, mucky pool right here. And now it's really, really gross and yucky. So I'm gonna try and get up here, take a bunch of dry dirt from over here, put it on top of the mud, flatten it out, push it, try and grade this all out so that it has a slope away from the garage and then down this direction. And hopefully I can do this without it being too painstaking and aggravating, because there's nothing worse than trying to do something with the excavator and not having the right angle and then just like doing it wrong 100 times. So I'm gonna be doing my best. Hopefully I can knock this out today.
Because the bad guys stole it and took it.
The bad guys? Not the bad guys. Oh no.
No, the ones at the airplane.
There's bad guys on the airplane?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Unfortunately, we do have a bit of sad news. This weekend, Jennifer was hiking with her kids and she hurt her ankle really badly, tried to get down for like a few hours before finally deciding to call search and rescue. Search and rescue came and got her off the mountain, but she is pretty immobilized and in a little bit of pain. So her daughter Sarah is up here today.
Thank you, Sarah, for coming up to help.
You're welcome.
She went to the ER, right?
Yeah.
And now she's waiting on another specialist.
Another appointment, trying to figure out what's going on. They told us it's not broken, but sometimes it could be worse than a break. So
yeah.
Just trying to keep her off her feet.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. She's really bummed to be stationary. She's a very like up and at 'em type of person. So I know this is hard for her, and we really appreciate Sarah coming up to fill in while Jennifer rests and takes it easy. We'll keep you guys updated, but please leave a comment below wishing her healing, healthy thoughts, and just like any good vibes that you have.
Look out, Lincoln. It is really crazy what happened to my sister over the weekend, and I feel really bad for her, because being injured like that when you can't stand up and put weight on your foot, that's horrible. We'll keep you guys updated on her progress, but we're just glad that she's okay. Meanwhile, I'm over here getting this stuff graded out. Like I was telling you earlier, I need all this stuff to slope away from the building, and then I basically need this to all trail and kind of tunnel all of the water, not tunnel, channel all of the water this direction, but I don't want it coming over here and then going underneath our stairs, because that could eventually wash out the landing for our stairs. So I need to make sure that this water is sloping away from the stairs and going all the way out to the creek that's over there. And I need to be, oh, this is really sticky.
Yeah, it's still pretty soft.
No!
I know.
Been doing such a good job of avoiding it. I'm gonna be doing a little bit of grading up against the building right there to keep water going down and away from the building, and then just trying to remove and get kind of a rough grade in here to where this is all sloped the right direction. Then I'll bring the skid steer over, smooth it all out, compact it, make it so that the water can trail along it nicely. Hopefully I can finish this by the end of the day.
How is this?
You want to cut my hair with a saw?
Because no, I wanted this. You need to do a haircut.
A haircut? Okay. Go ahead. Are you sure that's right?
Where's the makeup?
It's right here. There you go.
I found it.
Where do you put it on Sarah's cheeks? Show me.
There.
That's not my cheeks.
What? We don't put makeup in people's hair.
When did that become a thing?
It's spiky dinosaur hair.
Spiky dinosaur hair.
It's spiky dinosaur hair.
Spiky dinosaur
I
hair.
hope you like it, Sarah.
Eat it.
I've got spiky dinosaur hair, so don't touch it because it's sad. Ew.
I won't touch it.
That's so funny.
All you really need to do is search within. There's one way to walk this earth if you plan to come out.
Hey, you hit the house.
Just the insulation.
Oh, sure.
Fine.
Yeah, okay.
Trent's out here getting all willy-nilly with the bucket, hitting the side of the house.
Hello, how's it going?
Okay, how are you?
Good.
This is no over the spiky dinosaur hair.
Hey Leo, how are you? I like your haircut.
Always see spiky dinosaur hair.
He's giving everybody spiky dinosaur hair.
Oh.
Such a little landscaper.
Ah, so much easier in my head. No dirt around.
Yeah.
All right, well, we have so many like little odds and ends that when I jump in the machine and I start doing that section, it's like, all right, now I need to go over there, but I got to move the excavator first. So while I'm in this machine, I may as well pick up some, buckets of dirt and fill in where these footings have settled, because around it fills up with water when it rains. So just throwing a little bit of dirt right here and trying to level it out so that when it rains, we don't have any pooling under the deck anywhere. A lot of dirt, a lot of work. I'm gonna chip away at it for a while.
Walk out that door.
Hi,
Hey,
how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Good. Next time what?
I said next time I see you guys, I guess will be final.
Oh yeah?
If there's any more inspections,
Got weather barrier, all taken care of.
Trim and fixtures and flooring. We'll be pretty close to done. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself.
I'm sure you'll find something else. Alright, well I'll sign both of these off then.
Cool.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, sure thing.
Thank you.
Thanks, good to see you.
Good to see
Appreciate it.
y'all.
Yeah, have a good day. So that was Randy, one of the inspectors, and he came up to check off our attachments for that deck into the blocking in the building that holds all the joists on, so that if the joists pull away from the ledger, there's something holding them to the building instead of just the ledger. And we had to do the hangers on our bastard hip, and then all of the hurricane ties on all of these roof rafters. So we did all that. He came out and checked it off, so both of those inspections are now passed. And now I'm pretty sure that the next inspection we actually have is final. So we won't know if something's wrong or messed up until it's way too late next time. But I think everything's gonna turn out pretty well. So looking forward to finishing this build. Even though
We finished it multiple times.
I know, yeah, that's true. Once we finish this, we still got to finish the garage. I don't really know if we're going to get to siding before snow comes.
What?
I'm really hoping that we'll at least be able to get siding on the house.
Okay.
At least enough to cover the rock wool, because
Okay.
this stuff should not be out in the rain and the snow. You guys want to see one of the vermin tunnels?
What?
See that right there?
What?
Mice.
Are you sure?
Well, I'm not sure it's mice, but I'm pretty sure.
So it's not a tunnel to anywhere.
It's a tunnel from right here to right here.
Well, are they idiots? That doesn't give you any extra benefit.
Yeah, if you're a mouse, there's siding right there, and it's wintertime, you can scurry up into there and have a little zone that's out of the weather and against the warm house.
Is this a new hole or an old hole?
It's from last winter.
Okay.
Or the winter before. I'm not exactly sure what winter it's from.
I
but
feel like
all
that's
I know is
impossible
that
because they just put this back up.
they never took that part off. They never took off from here down.
Okay, then
there's multiples. There's a bunch of them.
What?
Yeah, I found a bunch of them.
Where are they?
The mice?
Yeah.
They're gone. They're not gonna hang out.
We're just cohabitating with mice?
Yeah.
This whole time?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Probably shouldn't have used rock wool on the outside, but it's a little late now.
Wow. Hello.
So, I've been thinking about it, but haven't brought it up. Did you guys consider maybe doing some soap dishes? Something we can definitely do after the fact, like kind of whenever.
I would love
Oh,
that.
you mean like in the corners?
I wanted to do a little niche.
Yeah, especially because that tile's like thick, so there's not really spots to put.
I mean, yeah, everything kind of ends up on the tub deck anyway, but it's nice to have the shelves.
Yeah.
Something I can do, like when we come back to do the master, we can just pop them in.
Really?
Yeah. It's
They just glue in or what?
So we make biscuits.
Okay.
And then attach them into a grout line with epoxy.
Cool.
And then they're bomb proof. Yeah.
Just like a small soap dish? How big can they be?
6 inches by 6 inches, like maybe a quarter moon. You know.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Can we do like two? Like
Two.
Do you
snacks?
make it, or are they like a pre-bought thing?
Pre-bought. They probably have a stack of them that flow in the corner.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would love that.
Yeah, it's not like a pressing thing. You can kind of do it whenever.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I wasn't like, we need soap dishes now.
Yeah. Where do you normally put them? Under the shower head or behind?
Up to you. I like control side about 16 inches apart between the control and the shower head.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, I like that.
Some people like either side.
Yeah.
You know, kind of subjective.
Have you ever seen a valve offset like that?
Sure. It's normal. All the time, man.
So upset.
No, but the way it lands in the grout joints looks pretty good.
Okay.
It's like centered on the quarter.
Yeah.
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 So, like it was meant to be.
Meant to be, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Trent was telling me you did have some words to say about the level of the tub.
It was quite good. It really was quite good.
He was quite excited about that.
And I usually come in, I throw a laser on it, and it's just like, all right, where's going to be my starting point? Because this thing's going to be a fun house. And it was great.
Wow.
It was like within a 16th kind of everywhere.
Trent. Not bad.
Maybe I should be a plumber.
Maybe you should be a plumber. Not a tile guy, but you could be a plumber.
Nah, you don't. Nobody wants to be a tile guy.
I'm not a tile guy.
Every tile guy dreams of not being a tile guy.
Well, I very much appreciate all the tile guys now.
I can tell you, doing every trade from start to finish, every trade wishes they were not that trade.
Santa's little helper today? Are you Santa's little helper today? Yeah, it's the happy boy.
You're just having a good time in here. Yeah.
Billy has been such a dream. Like if every baby was like Billy, that's why people have like 14 kids. It's because he has been so easy, so like he basically never even cries. Like if he cries, Allie can like stop the crying in 10 seconds, like figure out what he needs. He's content, and most of the time he's just laying here doing this.
He's smiling to the air.
He's just laying there, doing nothing, grinning,
Yeah.
like not complaining.
Sleeping
like,
well.
Sleeping well, sleeps almost through the night, like already. You've been amazing.
You're doing good, bud. You're doing good.
It's the way you cross the floor before you head on out the door. It's the figure on the wall. So many times I heed the call. It's the silence of the room, the way you turn before you bloom. Another shadow.
You hear that? Thunder!
I just like walked around the corner and that first like cool crisp wind hit me and I was like, summer's over. Like it's fall now.
It's coming.
Well, I think Thursday and Friday it's supposed to be like 70 in the valley.
Oh
So up here it'll be like 55. Like 2 years ago, it snowed on like November 7th.
I remember.
We didn't see anything but snow until June.
May, yeah.
I don't know where I should begin. I don't know where I should begin. I don't know where I should begin.
Yeah.
You guys move into that side. I'll take over this side.
As long as you clean the shower.
Yeah, it's because, dude, pebbles do this.
Yeah.
I try and talk people out of them all the time.
You can see my low spots there.
Yeah.
Also, there's like a giant gap under between my tile and the
Don't
floor.
look at our glass
I had
either.
this tile in my last rental.
Yeah.
And this is what it looked like. It's like not unique. You didn't necessarily do anything wrong.
And I
Stuff
used
just sucks.
epoxy grout.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh. I used epoxy grout on the floor, and like I did
You
the
held
whole
it.
floor
That
without
was
cleaning
easy.
it.
Yeah.
And then when I got done and I started trying to clean it, and I was like, I want to come off.
Dude, you look at your phone for like 3 seconds,
Yeah.
and then like the floor just went off, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
What happened?
They sell it to me, like just reading the package. I'm like, oh, it's indestructible. This is
Perfect. Yeah.
I like called my friend who's a tile guy, and I was like, hey, how do I get epoxy grout off? And he goes, oh,
You don't.
you don't get it off. It's like the only thing left after a nuclear blast is cockroaches and epoxy grout.
What should be the one for me? Won't you tell me how
That's exciting about Jimmy.
That's exciting, but he is really trying to say that him and Jason are super busy right now and that they might not have enough time to get to this tile before winter. And they're not coming up here in the winter. So they're like, can you wait until the spring? And it's like, no. I gotta get carpet in here. I gotta get the tile in here so that I can get carpet in after the tile. And then I gotta get all my trim and everything in. And then the interior is basically gonna be done other than like some fixtures and cabinets and stuff.
Yeah. I was basically offering Trent's tile services and saying, no, we're going to DIY this part, we're going to do this part, you only have to do a little bit of the shower and then the floor, and like trying to make it as easy on them as possible because Jimmy and Jason have done an amazing job. The downstairs bathroom in the addition looks unbelievable. And they're just good people. We want them to come back and hang out and continue to work up here. So anything we can do to help entice them to get this job done before winter, we're trying.
I don't know what I'm gonna do if we can't get this tile done in time.
I'm gonna tile.
We don't want that. All right, well, we are just trying to wind down this little guy and Leo, who's unwinding himself somewhere else right now. But it was a pretty productive day. I mean, the seasons are starting to change. You know, we're getting our tile work finished, even though the biggest tile portion of the house has not even started yet. And I'm really hoping that Jimmy and Jason can come up and help us because I cannot wait till spring. So who knows what's going to happen, but I am very excited to be getting everything here ready for winter. It feels like winter's right around the corner,
Yeah.
and you know, I guess I'm here for it.
I'm so excited for the snow.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna be ready, but it's coming either way.
But I think this is where we're going to let you guys go. So if you enjoyed coming along on today's adventure, make sure you show us by giving us a big thumbs up on today's video. Consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already.
Thanks again to Wild Grain for sponsoring today's video. Click the link in our description to check them out.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios!